Hey guys, welcome to my Mechatronics channel. Today we're going to be going over my Lab 4 assignment for computer programming, which is analog input and output. For this assignment, we were supposed to take an analog sensor and write a code that performed a function, and we got to decide the function and what the sensor was. For mine, I chose to use a water level sensor, which is over here, along with a motor, which is right here. So basically what I decided is, depending on the water level, I wanted it to spin the fan faster or slower depending on the rise and fall of the water. And so for my code, this is the code. So pin 6 is our output. Going down to void setup, we have our serial begin. So I wanted to print out the voltage, and I'll get to that here in a minute. Pin mode, we directed it as an output, and then we come down and we show our analog sensor, which is being read at A0, and then mapped out our values, and then shows what the analog would push out to the pin 6 for the output. Now what I did was I added an if statement because I didn't want this to print so fast that I couldn't keep up with it. So what I did was I wrote an if statement, and the count is there is just specifically to run the if statement. And what happens is, once that if statement runs, it has a delay for 1000 milliseconds, so 1 second. And once that delay, it then reads and prints out the voltage, and then it resets the count to 0, so that every second it prints out a voltage reading. And we're going to get to that. I'm going to show you that here in a sec. So let's get this. So monitor here. So as you can see right now, it's reading the voltage every second. And when I put in the water level, you can see that it changes. So every second it is printing out the water level that it reads. And now I'm going to show you my project, the circuit in action. So basically, as it is, you'll just take the water level, you put it in the water, and the motor will turn. Now because this motor is really weak, I have to bump it to get it started, so we'll get it started. And as I have it at the bottom to where the water level is at its lowest, it's really slow. If I pull it out, it should stop just like that, and then I'll put it back in again. So I'm at the bottom again. And then as I put it in further and further, it'll get faster and faster. And then pull it out, and it'll stop. Well, I said it'll stop, but what happens is water gets on the water level, and it doesn't completely come off, and so that because of that, it will continue to have a reading or a complete circuit on it, so that it keeps going. So you just have to dab it off. And that is my Lab 4 assignment for my computer programming class. Thank you for watching.